We started the morning by fording the Turner River. At least if we got swept away, Summit Lake wasn't too far downstream. A cold swim on a warm day. Going first? All right.
It's a little deep.
There we go.
Yeah.
Not the highest opinion of Black Diamond right now.
Not anymore.
This completely fell apart. That's insane. The Norman Moraine was nearly as bad as the Turner the day before. There is no right or wrong path. You just need to keep picking your way through until eventually you reach the other side without hurting yourself. It opens up really nicely down there. There's Thor in the distance, and we think that one's Asgard. Yeah, it does look really swimmable. Sometimes you almost forget you're in the high Arctic up here. Okay, another thread. We forded the Norman River nearest the lake, where it was wide, flat, and slow, and we climbed onto the highway moraine. At some point, we would need to come down to cross the Owl River. High up, the Owl has been dry since the 1950s, so I chose to lead us across the dry creek bed and ford the Rundle instead. I had been told by multiple hikers that the Rundle wasn't so bad, but the Owl was potentially dangerous further downstream.
Makes it tough. Beautiful vantage view. Oh.
One retreating glacier here, forming this beautiful blue lake. And then behind us, the glacier in the distance. And you can see all the debris that's been dropped. And you can see the valley and ridgeline that has been created from the glacier. The geology is quite fascinating out here.
Thinking I was being smart, I took us down off the moraine early.
And we are ready to be done with moraines. A little steep in this section, but we got this. I think if you come down here, Patrick.
Maybe over there would have been better.
And we're out of the moraine. Bye bye, mother.
The only real markers in the Arctic are stones like these, but sometimes they've been there for so long, it's hard to tell if they're natural or even ancient.
Do we think we're done, or?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you want to get some hot tea going?
Yeah, I'll get hot tea going if you guys do the tent, and then, alright, but if we're going to be out for 5:30 tomorrow, we gotta go to bed, like, pretty early.
We're at the Rundle. We decided that we cannot cross this. So we're camping in the middle and backtracking tomorrow.
So it is the end of day 5, and unfortunately we got some bad intelligence before we started. We are stuck between two threads of the Rundle River. We can't get through, so we're going to have to backtrack tomorrow. It was pretty frustrating. We did not make it to Glacier today. It would have been too dangerous, and I had to make the call. Somebody could die if we went through that.
Yeah, today's been a long day, and every good trip needs to have a long day with a little bit of a misadventure. But the good news is my camera works.
Yeah, dried out.
Yeah, my camera is working. The SD card is not destroyed. Just need my lens to dry out just a little bit more, and it might even be usable.
No, another 10Ks today. Yeah, we can't see Thor anymore, so that was we had to say goodbye to Thor. We're getting halfway. We've done some really hard plugging through those moraines. They are tougher than we thought.
They're not like the moraines in Jasper or any other place I've been.
Mounds of dirt and rock.
Yeah, there's mounds of highly unstable dirt and rock. It's really steep.
We have to go through the bog for the remainder of the next 45 kilometers, so that's better than moraines, I think.
Yeah,
we'll see.
We'll see.
Hopefully the weather holds. This country is hard enough in good weather. These glaciers are just melting too fast. That river is something else. So tomorrow's plan, Michael's gonna wake up at around 3 a.m., check the water levels. And if they're still too high, he's gonna go back to bed. And then we're all gonna get up at our usual hour. If we can make it around the moraine fast enough, we could maybe have our rest day tomorrow. You know,
We'll see how we're feeling.
our bodies are super beat up, so we were really looking forward to that rest day.
Yeah, and we need to charge our
Yeah.
electronics.
And tomorrow is Sunday, the Lord's Day. Michael's going to lead us in Mass.
The good Christian that he is.
There you go. Okay, good night. Michael. I guess you saw the water last night?
No change.
No change. I was up
Okay,
early.
I figured. We awoke Sunday morning to find the Rundle a little lower than the night before. Hoping it might just be low enough, we decided to give it another shot. Alright, you guys ready?
Ready as we're gonna be.
Alright, so I'll lead. Michael, you're taking up the rear again?
Yep.
So let me know when you're ready.
Yep.
Here we go.
I feel like this is gonna throw me off a lot.
I don't think this is a good idea. I think it's too deep. What about there? That way on the diagonal. That way.
Yeah, too deep, too deep.
Too deep, too deep, too deep. Too fast. Damn it! Returning to the first thread proved easy, since it was so early in the day. This same spot had been extremely dangerous the day before. Crossing the Owl for the first time today. It's not so bad in the AM.
Yeah, if I had to do this again and I had to tell somebody, I would have said just stay down close to the water edge on the Owl.
We're not done with the marine after all. Turns out there's no shortcuts.
All right, into the Owl riverbed, and then we can rest. One last crossing. We crossed the Owl for the second time that day, our last major crossing of the trek. We're in the Owl drainage basin. Just 2 days of bog. Some more walking. We reach North Pangertown. We stayed far back from the shelter itself. A party headed the other way had a very sick member. It felt a bit like traveling in the Arctic in the 20th century, when we kept a quarantine. Vomiting and being unable to walk is not a good state to be in, when the nearest hospital is a nearly 400-kilometer medevac flight away. What was worse, the other group hadn't been able to buy butane for their stove and kick a Auyuittuq, so we're living on granola bars with no way to cook their entrees. Also like in the 20th century, we traded with one another, boiling water for matches. Well, end of day 6. Bath day was canceled because it got too cold and windy.
So today was rest day, kind of. Once we had a late breakfast, slowly put the tent up, and then all had some, I guess alone time. The clouds came up in the afternoon and the wind picked up quite a bit, probably between 15 and 20 kilometers an hour. And
It feels way stronger.
it did, so it felt a lot colder. So chilled in the tent for a bit, sort of mini napping, more reading. So it was an easy day. We have some interesting neighbors. 4 guys, and they're trying to make it over to Pang in the next, 2 days?
Yeah, 2 days.
One of their friends got sick, so it's delayed them by a little bit, and they're still gonna give it a go. So we had some good chats with them and offered a little bit of help because they don't have a stove.
Yeah, so we gave them our spare stove.
Yeah.
Very generous of Michael to lend that to them.
He took my number, and I'm using my faith in humanity that he'll return all my stuff. So I
Gotta
feel
help
good.
each other out on the
Yep.
trail, right?
Yeah.
And a big shout out to Patrick here. He's our MSR specialist there. My stove wasn't work. He had to take it all apart, put it together, and before we gave it to the other group, we tested it, and now we're 100% confident it'll work and stuff. But Pat did a great job there.
Yeah, it's a good job that
Yeah.
it was a good thing that we did test it. I think
Yeah.
Patrick's being
MSR, you better
modest.
be thankful for this guy, okay?
Just a blocked fuel line, so you gotta take off the adapter. I took off the foot cup and took out the pilot part. There's a little hole in the bottom, and I checked that, and probably still has some fouling in it. It might need like a proper cleaning. Man, to eat granola bars for a straight week, I don't even know how they have that many granola bars. Apologies in advance if our batteries die, because there's not enough sunlight now. We actually feel like we're in the Arctic.
Yeah, we actually had some less than warm weather today.
Yeah. Okay, good
All right.
night.
Good night.
All right, good night.